What has he done? Leave him alone for half a day. He ruins my car. Oh my goodness. Oh. Hi guys, welcome back to another video about the Ring TT. So in the last video we looked at how I basically got this for free and all the modifications that it's already got. Dominic from the Parrot Bros messaged me like, hey Bryn, I'm popping up, do you want me to bring some stickers? I was like, yeah, go for it. Why not? Let's put some decals on it, because as you know, every sticker adds 5 bhp. What I didn't account for was his sense of humour. So there is a full video about Dom taking it upon himself to ruin my car, but that's not what we're going to focus on today. I'm going to be looking at fitting some suspension that I've just picked up. I've just ordered some brakes, they'll probably be here tomorrow. So looking forward at the weather forecast, I really haven't got much time to get this ready and get over there before monsoon season hits. So let's get it in the workshop, get it up on the ramp and see what we can do. Yeah, this sticker's hilarious, isn't it, Dom? Cheers. Nice one. So, first major upgrade that we need to do is the suspension. I've got here a set of B8 Bilstein shocks with eyeback springs. Now the B8s are actually used in the TT race series. They're like the control shocks, so they must be half decent. The other thing that gives me an impression that they might be all right, and reassures me a little bit, is this sticker here. So tested on the Nürburgring. They must be good. So I managed to pick up the full set of these for just over £300, which, considering that just the dampers alone would normally run you in at about £700, plus the price of springs, plus the poly top mounts, I think I've done all right there. And yeah, they should sell for the same as that when I get back. So I won't have lost any money, and I will definitely have predictable suspension while I'm on the Nürburgring. I suppose I should get these fitted then. So I'm just going to measure the height of the car before and after and see what difference this makes. 648, 648-ish. Oh, 638. That's weird. Same on this side. That's a little bit weird, really. Driver's side is sitting lower than the passenger side, and I'm not in it, so that's not the reason. Weird. Well, let's get all the old stuff ripped off, fit the new stuff, and see what happens then, shall we? So I was thinking this is ready to fit, but it isn't. Let's strip it down, find out why it's making a noise. Don't try this at home. That's an anticlimax, wrong side socket. Ah, even more of an anticlimax. This has been a bit mullered. Well, that was a waste of 350 quid. I'm royally pissed off. Look at the state of that. Back to the drawing board then. So, turns out someone has been an absolute moron and has completely killed the threads on this. This is what it should look like. Nicely threaded all the way down. Not like that. Over 300 quid currently wasted. Let's try and get these usable. Okay, pretty livid right now because the guy that sold me them has just accused me of damaging them. So they weren't like that when he sold it, even though it's clear from inside here that was obviously moving around, sloppy. Yeah, just clearly wasn't tightened down properly, and it was using this nut which is probably the problem because it's supposed to be one of these nuts.
These nuts?
So yeah, but it's my fault apparently. And if I try and go down there and sort it out with him, he's going to kick my head in. So yeah, clearly it's not worth it, is it? But clearly it's my fault because yeah, I should have inspected it. You know, turning up into a dodgy London ghetto at the back of this guy's boot. I probably should have checked it before I took them away with me. Oh well, you live and learn, don't you? Not everyone in this world is trustworthy, and some people that you deal with are absolute. Anyway, right, I'm going to show you my plan to solve the problem, and I think it's a good one. I'm probably missing 2 complete threads. The absolute base of those threads isn't important. Nothing needs to tighten onto those. If I could just get a die, an M14 by 1.5 die, and run it round and save 2 of the threads, I'd be all right. Now those 2 threads wouldn't be any good, and if I was to rethread the whole bottom of that section, that wouldn't be any good. But the fact that I've got really good threads above that should probably be okay. So we can see it's 14 mil out of diameter, but this section here actually tapers down to 13 mil. So it's not ideal, but it should still work. Let's assemble it and find out. Just before I assemble this next side, I just wanted to show you what makes these B8s different to standard. Here we've got a standard shock absorber. And here we've got the Pilston B8. So just the sheer size of it means that it's going to handle the heat better and it's going to deal with lateral loads better. So yeah, that's one of the main differences. I've just found something else that we need to address. This bush here. You move it one way, and then you can move it back like that. So under hard cornering, this is how much the wheel would move. And we just can't have that. We just can't have that. We need predictability. So I need to do the rear bushes as well. Why? You know, you just wish you hadn't started something. At this rate, this is going to end up being a keeper. Okay, let's get some bushes ordered as well. So here's the rears and here's the fronts. And yeah, they look like pads. Let's get them fitted. Rear end's going together nicely, if I do say so myself. Springs are in place, shocks are in place. It's a bit of a shame that I'm not doing the rear end swap today, but I just wanted to get the suspension on for now. But yeah, I'll be ripping it all back apart to remove the diff and everything from there. And then at that time, I'll probably add my 16mm rear anti-roll bar instead of the standard 14 one. So I'm also just gonna have a quick look up to see if the rear counterweight is still there. I shouldn't call it the counterweight, harmonic damper. Watch this video about that. Anyway, I'm gonna see if that's there, and if it's there, that's getting removed. Yeah, it's definitely still in place. That's this big lump here that we can see. I don't think that was supposed to break. But I know it wasn't supposed to break. It's only riveted on. But it's cracked around there. Probably from when it's had a little bit of a knock in the past. Oh well. This is the reason for the visit. Right here. Whoa. So there we go, B8's in, blue stuff pads, brand new Dura discs. Same on the back. New blue stuff pads, new suspension, all in place. So, all that remains to do now, flipping heck, I am filthy. Well, there you go. Working on a dirty car, no way of really cleaning it off while it's inside the unit. So it is what it is, I'm filthy. I'm gonna get cleaned up, put the wheels back on, take it for a quick little drive. You can see visually, it looks really high, and then let's get the old measuring tape out. Yeah, that's definitely higher. Thought I should probably have a read up on this. Good job that I put new discs on, not that I wouldn't have done anything else. Mine don't have a coating, but what this is basically saying is that they're going to suck until they've done 1,000 miles. That can't be right. Must just be down to getting heat cycles through them, letting them cool down, heat cycles, letting them cool down. So let's go do that. Right then, off we go. Let's get this thing out of the way. It's a bit annoying. So, tracking doesn't feel too bad. It's going to need sorted then now that I've had everything apart. As I'm going nice and slow, let's just test the brakes. Okay, they work. Pedal feels good. Incidentally, I will be changing the brake fluid at some point as well. Just doing everything in weird stages. The reason I haven't changed the brake fluid just yet is if any of the work on the rear end involves disconnecting the rear brake lines, it would be a waste to have really expensive fluid in there. So once I know that everything's okay, then I'll just flush everything through with some race fluid. So I'm not going to take it crazy because it does say to be careful on the brakes, but I mean, already you can just tell, even at part pedal, they do engage quite nicely. They've got a good early bite. Let's try some part pedal braking from good speeds. Okay, yeah, I can see they're not as on point from faster speeds just yet. They're not going to get 1,000 miles of use from me before I get to the ring. They're going to get 500-600, but that should be plenty. Now the shocks, how do they feel? It does feel firmer. It's hard to say for definite, but around these twists and turns here, it's got a nice feel to it. It's not too harsh, it's not crashy, but it's reassuringly firm. I think I've made a good choice here. So I'm going to go to a quieter bit of road that I know that is awful for, you know, the road surface, and I'm just going to see how it feels there. So let's hit this bad road surface. Nice and comfy. Ooh, that's the problem with this road. Blind crests, narrow road, people going really fast. Nice TVR out for a play. Suspension feels really good. Let's try the brakes from a good speed. I mean, yeah, I think they'd still need a little bit of editing. I'm not giving it full pedal though, because it says not to, and I don't want to damage the pads. You know, there is a bedding procedure for a reason. I do think they over-egg it slightly from a safety point of view, just to stop people literally jumping in and expecting it to be perfect from the word go. Yeah, the procedures have definitely changed over the years, because I never used to say 1,000 miles and things like that. So I think it's a bit of a get out of jail free card for them. This should hit us with nice compression down here, similar to Foxhole, but nowhere near as harsh, and I won't be getting anywhere as fast. I'll tell you what, the steering feels good, considering I'm on completely standard bushes and they're old and worn. The steering input is nice and precise. Going over bumps, going over rough bits deliberately. Hopefully you can tell from the footage it's really not that shaky at all. So I mean, yeah, nice and comfy. I think I've definitely made the right choice with these. They give me loads more confidence to stick it into corners. Now, the other thing that would give me a lot of confidence to stick it into corners would be some bucket seats. Tune in next time to see what I've found.